we're finally live. I can finally go live on my phone. Okay, so I did a live on Facebook, but now we're here on YouTube. So what is up, guys? It's been a long time, and I'm in my basement right now, and we're going to go through all my airsoft guns and my thoughts about them, running them through the years. So let's get started with the first one, which is going to be the Elite Force 1911, which is my primary sidearm right here. It's helped me through a lot of games, especially in CQB. It's 350 FPS, and it is CO2, which I do love about that. What more can I say? I picked this up for $80 used, and it's definitely held its purpose, done its job, and it's very, very nice. It's been through a lot of, you know, scratches all on it, and it just works. I like it. Now, I can't really say much about it, pretty much. I can't say, you know, pick one up for yourself, because I guess they don't make this model anymore. Elite Force doesn't make this model of 1911 anymore. So it is an older model. I like it, and it just does its job. So if you find an older model like this, pick it up by Elite Force. Really, really nice. Now, if you go back on some of the unboxing videos and stuff like that, you'll see some guns that I unboxed, which is the Lancer Tactical M4. It's not here. It broke. I dropped it on the field. It just broke. It was all polymer, but I do have a new M4 that I have put together, and that'll be the last piece to show you. So moving on from the Lancer Tactical, we have the Scar L AEG, which is all polymer, that I got for $200. And it's also broke. It has Gorilla Glue on the stock, so it doesn't fold anymore. I dropped it. So the CQB field that I was playing at here in Ohio, there was this staircase going up to where you could, you know, get people from, you know, shoot people from a higher vantage point. And I didn't have a sling on it, but now I do. And I dropped it. So when it fell down the stairs, it first hit this part, which you can hear. It is cracked, but it's still good. And then whenever it finally hit the ground, I had the stock folded, and it broke the button, and I had to super glue this completely shut. It's made by Cybergun, and it's a really, really nice and kind of sturdy piece. I would recommend it for any beginner. But again, I'm trying to shy away from all the polymer builds and try and go to more metal builds. And you'll see that in some of the future guns coming up. But yeah, it's a Cybergun. It's been used on the field. That's why it's got this little tag on here saying that the FPS is field legal. Sadly, my local CQB field is now closed here in Ohio. So I'll be going somewhere else in January, which is called the Airsoft Den here in Ohio. So I can't wait to go up there and play. It's an outdoor field. It's not CQB, and full auto is allowed. So that's going to be nice. But I've used this gun a lot, and it's held up really, really nice. My only gripes with it is that just don't grab it from the front aggressively, because it does seem to wiggle a lot, but that's just polymer. It flexes a lot. But yeah, so it's a nice Scar L. I want to try and get some attachments for it and maybe an underbarrel grenade launcher, but I don't know. I'm saving up for that stuff for the next two, which are last. But Cybergun Scar L, would definitely recommend it. It's in the beginner budget of $200. I will say $200 gets you where you need to be. But I have 9 guns here on this table, 9 replicas. Don't buy an airsoft gun if you're just starting out. I would definitely say rent first. I did not listen. You're probably not going to listen to me, so I'm kind of wasting my breath, but I do want to inform you. It is a lot of money. I've probably spent with guns, kit, uniforms, all that jazz, probably $3,000, roughly $3,000, and I'm still wanting more. So this video is kind of being put out there right now for a look back and to talk about my thoughts about these airsoft guns that I have before I get a unboxing video up here for you guys for a Elite Force G, or not G, an Elite Force Glock 18C. So look forward to that video. Anyway, moving on, we have the next gun after that. We got the MP5 that I did pick up for also $200. And it's really nice. It's ambidextrous fire selector switch. So I'm over here, so I have a thumb on this side. So if I move my thumb here on this side, it does move this one. And then if I switch it around and do the other side, moves that one, which I think is really cool. I like it. I wanted to get a 3-round burst MP5, but I didn't have enough money for that. So instead I picked this one up. It's all polymer, $200 again. Most of my guns are going to be in the $200 ranges. I'm looking at $400 guns right now, but you know, gotta hold off on that Type 64 Hoyo on evike.com, which not sponsored by the way, but it's looking good. But back to the MP5, it has a AK replica sling on it that I took some pieces off and, you know, made it look different for the MP5. It was a pain getting the sling under here and through the back. It was front wired, but I couldn't find a battery that could fit it. So I took it to the techs at my local airsoft field, and they fiddled around with the front wire and they made it to rear wire, because if you pick this one up, it's made by Elite Force, the Elite Force MP5, which I did an unboxing video for this. If you look back through all the unboxing and airsoft stuff, which is in that category, you'll find this one. It already had a rear wire in it, but you had to like do something with the front. I'm not a big tech person. We'll get into a big story time for that one. So now it's rear wired. I have a LiPo battery for it, and it purrs like a kitten with a LiPo in it. I've always been hesitant with LiPos because I know they'll explode if not handled correctly. And it makes the replicas sound a lot better. It makes them sound crisper. It makes their mechanics, you know, work better. I think, I could be wrong, don't take my word on it, but we have the Elite Force MP5. It's really good, polymer build. They have some, Elite Force does have some for 3-round burst. This is not so much it, but I've used it on the field. It's been good. It's been okay. But other than that, I would definitely recommend it. So I've used it quite a bit, and I can safely say I would definitely recommend an MP5, at least this one by Elite Force. And you know, let's just complete that picture on this glorious gun, because I mean, it is a gun for the good guys, and you know, the MP5 is just beautiful. Now, when I got this for the unboxing, it did have the telescoping stock, but I like the A4. I think it's called the A4 stock. I like the A4 stock on it. I think with this stock on it, it looks just mean. It just looks like a meaner MP5. So, moving on from that, which you'll find out that I feel like I have a German fetish. Because you got the Scar L. The real Scar L is made in Belgium, Germany. You got the MP5 made by HK, which is from Germany. Let's go to another German weapon, which I bought on HopUp, which is an app that you can download to your phone, and it's a bunch of airsofters that sell, buy, and trade airsoft weapons, you know, on this app. I was putting together a German World War II kit. I wanted a Luger. I got a Luger. When I got the Luger, the guy sold it to me where it just expels the gas and wastes all the gas, wastes all the BBs. The magazine was also leaking, so I got an extra magazine, which is this black one, but it came with a silver one that leaked. And it was already missing pieces. Took it to the airsoft field. They said it was missing a spring and something else in it. And then, you know, I was working one day at my job, and my little brothers lost a piece to the Luger, which is the locking piece to hold the upper and lower all together. So that piece is like lost right now. It doesn't work. I want to try and fix the silver Luger, but I'm probably just gonna buy a new one, probably an all black Luger. This is a WE. Let's just complete that picture. So pretty much with this, you have to cock it first, and then you can put the mag in. It's really weird. And then let's take that mag out. It's gas blowback, not CO2, green gas. And the reason why I gotta hold it exactly like this is because if I let go of this square piece, it can just fall right out of the gun, and then it separates. That's just how easy it is. So it was missing some pieces, the airsoft field said, in here. And that's what was causing it to go full auto and waste all the gas and everything. I don't know. But that's the Luger. I can't really say anything good about it because I haven't been able to play with it. I haven't been able to use it on the field. So it's a nice piece. It looks nice if you're into you know, World War II history and you want to pick up, you know, a replica Luger. Alongside, you know, your replica 1911. It goes good together. But other than that, it's a cool piece of history, but now it's just a desktop pretty much because it doesn't work. And now again, you can tell my German fetish has kicked in because we go back to H&K on the next rifle, which is the pink G36C that has gotten 80-some hits with it. People have gotten, you know, hit on the field by this replica more times than any of my other replicas. I'm going to say this gun has gotten at least 80 kills with it, maybe more. I lost count after 40. Okay, I just stopped counting after 40. So it's definitely gotten a lot more. Let's just complete that picture of the G36. Now, I got this off of Evite for about, which again is not sponsored, about 200 and something. I do believe that this pink model has went up in price to around 320. Don't quote me on that. But the only reason why I got a pink G36 is because I was playing Modern Warfare 2019 and I unlocked the Notice Mw2 skin. And there was a guy here in Ohio that paints airsoft guns. And I checked out his Instagram and gave him a call and showed him the photo that I wanted painted on this gun, which was from the game. He said, sadly, he probably would be terrible painting the girl that was on the G36 in that game. And he just said, you know, I just stick to like CSGO paint jobs. And I said, oh, okay. Long story short, that's the only reason why I got this pink G36C. I do plan on getting a all black long boy G36 and maybe a regular G36C black. So I might have 3. This one and 2 black ones in the near future. But I'm not for sure. I definitely have an H&K and German fetish. And a lot of that, I think, stems to the pistol grips on all the H&K models, replicas. The pistol grip just feels at home in my hand. Like, just nothing is in the way, like on the M4 or anything like that, or Scar L. You know, there's not that little piece sticking out. It's slanted a little bit more than what they are. It's more beefier, I feel like, more fatter, and it just feels right at home, just gripping the pistol grip. It's really, really nice. And I also like how H&K has the paddle right there. That's really, really nice how they have a paddle here. But yeah, it's just really nice. So pink G36C has got a lot of kills. A lot of people have gotten hit with a pink gun. That's pretty ironic. And I've ran it with my German kit, which is my Mw2 German kit. So imagine you on the field seeing me in World War II German kit, and you get hit by a modern gun that isn't from that time period, but it's pink. It's funny and ironic and also a little cool. So, but that's the pink G36. I would definitely highly recommend it if you want a nice CQB gun, very compact, short barrel, and a foldable stock to even make it even more compact. And I think it really, really fits the bill for that. It's more or less more of a compact CQB package without being an M4. So yeah, G36C, very nice. Would definitely recommend it. Definitely if you like the G36. And now we move on to, I think it's the Czechs that made this gun. But I have the next gas blowback pistol, submachine gun. It's a mixture. It's the VZ61 Scorpion by KWA. This has seen a lot of use on the airsoft field. So much so that if I show you the orange tip, it is peeling off from being bumped, hit, misused into everything. This little package, let's just complete the look, okay? It's a Scorpion. You just can't. It's green gas blowback, beautiful. We're just gonna fold that. The trigger, though, I will say, is very sensitive. You might have your finger on the trigger on the field, and you might think that you're not pulling it. You're pulling it, and it's gonna go off. This trigger is so sensitive, just the smallest breathe will just make this gun go off. It shoots single and full auto on 20 rounds. I only have one magazine for this, which is the 20-round magazine. You can get a longer magazine, which I think holds 40 rounds or something like that. Or 50 rounds, I'm not sure. But so far, I love this little gun. And it just broke right here on live. It just broke right here on live. Look at that. The metal arm bar. I mean, it has been showing signs of use. I just didn't think it was gonna break this sudden. Let's just keep that down. That's another problem with it. Is that the arm bar does, it's not, it's made out of aluminum, so it's gonna break a lot. But I've been rough with this thing so much that, you know, it has been showing some signs of wear and tear. But other than that, let's just continue on with what I feel about this gun, even though that just now happened right here on live. So, comment F in the chat. Just put F in the comments. RIP for the VZ. Now I'm definitely going to have to try and get a replacement VZ61 Scorpion. Just for a stock. But, that's just sad. Anyway, my final thoughts on it is if you want a small package with a lot of firepower, the VZ61 Scorpion gas blowback from KWA is definitely a good choice. I do have plans on now getting a new VZ61 just to have a replacement stock and put on this one, which is my baby, pretty much. But before this broke, the original plans was just to take off this kind of rubberized grip and put on a wooden grip that is on Evike for I think $45 or something, and switch that out, make it look a lot older. But now I'm definitely going to have to pick up a new VZ61 because they don't have replacements. F in the chat. Ugh, wow, even on live, wow. Wow, okay. Definitely a good gun. Definitely highly recommend it. Now, I did pick this up for $300, so it is up there. It's more pricier than all the other guns that I have. Moving on, because now that one's broke. So, F in the chat, F in the chat. If you made it this far, please say something good about the VZ61 Scorpion. And now, we go back to our German fetish. Man, I have a German fetish. So I got the Luger, I had the G36, then I got the Scorpion. Now it's time, well, I really need a German rifle from World War II to go alongside my German kit, because the MP40, the Luger doesn't work, can't use that. The G36 doesn't fit the time period. So I picked up a $200 MP40, all metal. Now this is where we get into the point of my time zone of being, I need all metal guns, I need to switch away from polymer. The MP40. It's the Agm Mp40 for $200. That's how much I paid for it. It's all metal. The only thing that's polymer on this gun is the, fake Bakelite here and the fake Bakelite around here. That is it. But underneath this fake Bakelite is all metal frame. So the lower is all metal and the upper is all metal. The stock is all metal. I did a review for this thing and it's just beautiful. And let's just complete that picture of this MP40 because that is how much I love this gun. It is just beautiful. Now, all the other replicas that have been used on the airsoft field all have a white strap to it. There's a reason. The white strap on the airsoft field that I went to means that the gun shoots below their requirement, which is okay. It's shooting way too low, meaning it's not hot at all. It's not ever going to get hot. This bad boy comes in and says, hello, I'm going to wreak havoc on everyone playing airsoft at this field, and it gets a brown and black stripe. That means, at the field that I went to, because I asked them what that means, they said that means that sometimes it'll shoot hot and sometimes it will not, but they will allow it. This gun has hit 10 people with it. One person was not happy being hit by this. I just want you to know. They found me after the game, you know, and we went back to, you know, the staging area, you know, where we get resupplied and all that stuff. He said, I just want you to know that that hurt, getting shot by your gun, and I don't like it. I said, okay. So on that day, thank goodness I had a backup weapon, and I said, okay, so this way nobody else gets mad of me using this. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not. Thank goodness I had my backup, which was the Scar L, so I used that for the rest of the gameplay, which was like 5 hours of play. I only used this for 2 hours. And then one person complained, and I said, okay, you know what, I'll be nice. I won't use the Mp40, I'll just use my backup. And I used the Scar L for the next 5 hours of play, which everyone was okay with. The Mp40 is just beautiful. It's $200, it's AGM. This thing goes off the market so fast on e-bike, which again is not sponsored, by the way. This thing just goes quickly off the market. Quickly off the market. So quick that it was so hard to pick this gun up. I waited 3 years to get this gun. Now I have it. But it is nice. I only have one mid cap for it. And yeah. And now we finally are done with my German fetish. Until we get the Glock, which I think is from Germany, somewhere in Germany. Now, we move on to the last 2 replicas of the 9 replicas that I have. They have not been fielded. They have not been shot at a field. They have not been tested. Their FPS, though, is high. We're talking 420 FPS on both of these. So they will need a change of spring to lower it down. I have plans to lower it down to a 250 FPS. Just because of that. Or maybe even a 300. I don't know. I'm still waiting on figuring out that. But I will show you. So let's recap on these new guns. Starting out with the first one, I know I said I wanted to show a WE gas blowback AK-74. Sadly, that thing has went up in price and I wasn't able to even get one. So I went with a Cyma AK-74, all metal, real wood, and only one thing is polymer on this build, which is the pistol grip. That is it. That is it. That's the only polymer on this gun. This thing weighs so much, so let's just complete that picture. The magazine is polymer as well, but I will give you my gripes. I will give you my thoughts of having this replica for a couple months now. So, having this gun, I like the way it looks and everything like that. This was $200. You get what you pay for. I seen reviews on it. Some were good, some were bad, some were just terrible. This is a mixed part. Now, SEMA is known for their AKs. I say that with a long pause because I never wanted to go with a SEMA. Just the name sounded cheap, but you know, you get what you pay for. Now for my gripes. Now on e-bike, which again is not sponsored by the way, it says that the rear it's rear wired, and it can take a brick style battery. I don't know what's wrong with mine, if the wood was cut wrong or it wasn't shaped in the right amount of, hole, if you will. I can't really talk very well because I don't read a script. Everything is not scripted. It's just there. It's just right here and there. For some reason, it does not fit a brick style. I've even tried this most smallest LiPo battery that I have, which actually fits the MP5. I'm in fear of rupturing that LiPo battery and causing a big boom and fire. For some reason, the cutout in this wooden stock is not big enough, and I always have fear of also breaking the wire of the gun. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that problem. I'm thinking about switching this stock out and putting a real wood, I think it's called an RPD stock on it. It's that square stock that the RPD has on it. I'm putting it on this for more battery space and more battery room. My next gripe, but I also don't want to do that because I think it looks beautiful the way it is right now. But now, my next gripe, let's just take this mag out. I'll show you the problem with the mag. That's a third gripe I have. The next gripe is having this and wearing my kit, making sure I have the gun on me, slinged and everything, and making sure nothing gets snagged and I can run this without a problem. For a couple months now of having this, for some reason the stock has become a little wobbly, so I don't trust it. I don't trust on having the sling attached to this sling point, so I don't know what I'm going to do. This gun will probably not even be slung. I don't know. And finally, my third gripe with this gun is this. It wobbles the mag too much. Now, I run on the field. I like to run and push up on any airsoft field that I go to. I like to push up on the front lines. You can hear that. And imagine there are BBs in there. It's a high cap, mind you. That's my next gripe about this AK. So I can't really tell you my determined factor if you should definitely get this gun. It's $200. If you want an all-metal, real wood AK, sure, but just be weary. I've seen the reviews online. Some were good, some were bad, and one of them was just terrible. The guy had the gun and water got on the wood of the stock, and the whole stock and the back plate of the AK just snapped all together. I don't know. I can't tell you to pick this up. I know it shoots 400 FPS, so you're definitely going to have to get a spring change on it. But other than that, I have a lot of gripes with this. It just looks beautiful though. So, but I'll be going back in Airsoft in January at the Airsoft Den here in Ohio. But yeah, AK, SEMA, I don't know. For right now, just for this purpose, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. And that's pretty much it. Before we get into the last and final gun, if you made it this far in the video, because I'm actually going to see how long we've been on live. We've been on live for 34 minutes and 10 seconds. If you made it this far in the video, type in wow in the comments, type in wow. This has been a long video. Yes, it has. I'm not even going to ask you guys to subscribe or like this video or anything like that. I'm just going to say, just comment that. You can like it if you want. You can subscribe if you want. Just know that I will be definitely putting out a video of an unboxing for a Glock 18C. That is what I'm getting for the 10th gun. So it's going to be another pistol, another sidearm. Yay! And as I said before, a little bit ago, the Type 64 Hoyo, I want to put together a Japanese self-defense force kit. I've seen the anime Gate. I love watching anime. I don't really talk a lot about anime on my channel, but I'm a big anime fan. Gundam Seed was my very first anime. I love that. By the way, Evike, again, not sponsored, but on their website, they have a Zaku Machine Gun. It's a kit that you can put on an already existing handgun, or you could just buy it outright for, I think, $300 with the gun and the kit already pre-assembled, which I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. I'm just looking at that Zaku Machine Gun. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about the final and last one. And here comes the story time. I'm taking off the sling for it so I can show it a little better. So, the reason why the Lancer Tactical is not here, the Lancer Tactical M4, if you go back in my videos and see that one, see that unboxing. That gun was all polymer. I used it on the field. I dropped it. It broke. It cracked. I wanted to build a Mw2 Style M4, so I had some pieces of the Lancer Tactical, the motor, the gearbox, you know, all that I thought was good. The gearbox was not good at all. The gears were just trash. So I had the motor, I had the pistol grip, I had a couple bibs and bobs to it. I said okay, and I went on Evike. I bought a WE all-metal lower receiver, an AGM rear wired gearbox. I got them, put them together, it fit perfectly. Then I used the Lancer Tactical motor, put that in, tried to wire the wires to it, and the wires were a little bit short. They couldn't get to the motor in time. Or, not in time. They weren't long enough to try and attach to the motor. And what happened was I ended up accidentally snapping a connection piece off of the Lancer Tactical motor. Ordered a new motor. Mind you, the WE lower and that new gearbox was like $100, $120 in total. So just keep that in mind, $120. After I get done telling the story and all this stuff, please put in the comments how much all this stuff was just for this one M4. Now, I'm not a tech. I'm not saying I'm a tech. I don't plan on being a tech. I knew nothing of what I was doing. So that was $120 altogether. I need a new motor. Okay, go on eBay. I buy a $34 motor. I get it, put that in, bam, it works. Okay. Go to my airsoft field and I pick up a G&G used metal upper receiver. On top of that, they said, here you go. This upper came with this rear stock. I said, okay, I got a free stock with this purchase. That was $50. I get home, put everything all together. Okay, now I need to put the Lancer Tactical pins through the lower and through the gearbox. The Lancer Tactical pins were too big. The WE lower receiver holes were smaller. I said, okay, do we need the pins? So I threw the pins. I said, we'll just use them for another build if I plan on building something else. I did not know for 2 years, this thing was sitting in my house for 2 years because it would not go on safe and it would not go on semi. It would just only fire on full auto. It worked. Oh, it worked. Only on full auto. 2 years, and then this year I found out that AGM and WE stuff are sometimes not compatible. So I said, okay. went on e-bike and I just bought a all-metal M4 SEMA. All-metal M4 black with metal upper, metal lower, and it had a functioning bolt catch. It doesn't now because I took the G&G upper and put it on. But here we go. Now we have a functioning M4, Mw2 looking M4. We have the G&G metal upper receiver that I put on top of this brand new that I did not film the unboxing for because I just didn't want to. It was going to be used for parts anyway for this. A brand new SEMA lower receiver with SEMA gearbox. Everything inside of here is SEMA. Okay, from the new M4 that was $200 off of e-bike, which is not sponsored by the way. It functions. The G&G went on, and then we have this crane stock, which looks identical to the Mw2 crane stock that I got with the $50 purchase of the G&G upper from my local airsoft field. Now time for where is the Lancer Tactical? Where is the pieces and remnants of the Lancer Tactical? That would be here. When I bought this from the airsoft field, it did not have an orange tip, so I took the Lancer Tactical's orange tip and ripped it off and Gorilla glued the Lancer Tactical flash hider to this metal barrel. Next, on the Lancer Tactical front foregrip. If you look at that unboxing video, it came with a front foregrip. There you go. That's pretty much it. For right now, I have a battery being delivered from Amazon, not sponsored, that'll fit inside the stock because so far I don't have one right now, but I have one coming right now for it. So I do have the Lancer Tactical's crane stock that I can just switch this one off and put the Lancer Tactical stock on that can fit nunchuck style batteries in it. This works. I've shot it outside. It's crisp. It works beautifully. All I needed was just a new M4 and this at my local field. So I can't wait to use this in January at the Airsoft Den here in Ohio. This will definitely be used. I do need to lower the FPS on this because the SEMA was shooting 420. The AK 400 FPS. So both these new guns are going to have to get a changed spring to lower the FPS. But yeah. It's beautiful. I finally have what I wanted, and it took so long to get. And there you go. Now, I want to do a lot with this M4 pretty much. So what I plan on doing is getting a knockoff EOTech off of Amazon, putting it on it, and then putting a flip sight of 3x zoom flip sight on here, as well as a PEC box for light and laser. And if I want to, I can take off the foregrip, put a grenade launcher on it, or take the grenade launcher off and put the foregrip on it. I want my M4 to look like a mean fighting machine. Alright, but for right now I have a double eagle non-working sight on it. It needs a new battery. Red dot from a double eagle Mp40 that is not here. It was a Springer and it just broke and it was trashed on the first day, so I kept it sight for it. But yeah, that's the M4, and that's all of the airsoft guns, all 9 that I have here with me. And a lot of them I can recommend. Almost all of them I can recommend. Besides the Luger, besides the AK for right now, and the M4, well, that's just a build that I wanted. A gun that I wanted to look like the Mw2 M4. I fell in love with that game during my high school years. It got me through a lot of stuff. That game, beautiful game. So that's all the guns. And be be looking forward to an unboxing of a Glock 18C by Elite Force, which I think the real Glocks are made in Germany, so German fetish. Again, we're going back to the German fetish. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please type in the comments, wow, what a long video, because this has been a long video. Now I have to try and figure out how to end this live while posting it to the channel. So give me a minute with that. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a great rest of your day or evening, wherever you are from. And I will be sure to see you guys next time. Peace out, guys. Nope, not that one. Oh, no, not that one. Okay, I'm just gonna walk over to the camera real quick. Maybe if I hit the, what's this one? No, okay, and that's comments. Yeah, this is a really weird video, guys. Yep, I've never been able to go live on the channel on the phone, so this is new. I think if I hit X, I think that'll end the video. I don't know. Yep, okay.